Chitter Chat. What's up? Creepers and Geekers, Christy, Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? If you'll excuse me, if anyone's even in here, I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this on the social medias so others can know that what's going on. So we're going to be talking about Amico as it relates to my actual experience yesterday. We will stick to that topic, and I will say this a lot. That'll be the only thing I will respond to if you're asking questions. If I'm on a specific topic, like say the controller or the console itself, or anything else like that. If people are throwing questions out there left and right, then yeah. I'll try to get to as much as I can. But I'm going to ask that we stay on target. Moon King 1985. Hello. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. It's a new name to me. Thank you so much. And if it's not a new name, well, I apologize. I'll allow you to jam a shoe right in my nuts if we ever meet in person. I just have a horrible memory from being punch drunk. You know, years and years of working in prisons. Did a number on my skull. Did a number on my skull piece. So I'm just gonna put this out there for a few more posts, and then we'll get to the topic. I don't think there's that many people in here anyway, so if there are, sound off. I can't really see the numbers the way I have it all set up. Let's do the Twitter. Amico questions. Questions. And then let me put the link in there. Yay! Let me copy this whole thing. I'll just use the same thing over and over again. So what's going on, man? Amico games. What are we expecting? You're expecting exactly what you see, depending on how you view it. They're obviously family friendly. Simple, old school kind of arcade style games. And when I say arcade style games, I mean like Moon Patrol and stuff like that. Just really simple games. There are some that are a little more complicated than others. Some I didn't play, some I did play. I don't know how to describe. I don't know how to answer that question aside from they're just fun games. They're obviously not modern as far as their aesthetic and all that crap goes. They're just games. They're just games. Every game I played was pretty rad. I do have issues with two of them, and we will discuss those if you'd like here in a little bit. But there's one game I was kind of disappointed with. And when I talked to Tommy, he asked me straight up, he goes, okay, so, give me some thoughts. This was at the first event. And I told him about that one game. And he did say one of my issues would be corrected anyway. But the other one I don't think I brought up, and we'll bring that up here. But yeah, no, they're just simple games that have an aesthetic of yesterday. With some new flavors. Fuck, why? Every time I come on here, that goddamn phone with these telemarketers. Every time. That's the only thing that phone is used for. Yeah. Name unavailable. That's just some dickhead trying to tell me the IRS wants to throw me in jail. Best wishes, Creep. What's up, Atari IO? Justin, my buddy, my pal. New World, man. Let's see. Sounds like Tommy, Amico, Vision landed a point, blah, 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 together to bring... Hold on. This every time. They bring it back to its roots. That is correct. Did anyone play Night Stalker there? No. And I believe that was a missed opportunity, at least on my part. It never came. Okay. You got to remember there was a ton of people around doing their thing. And I'll explain why I played a lot in the first event and didn't play at all in the second event. I wanted to bring up Night Stalker. But I was like, I don't know if I'm pushing too much. You know what I mean? I did ask for Missile Command, and he fired it up. And other people were, can we play this? Can we play that? Can we play this? So there was a point where he was dealing with other people. I didn't occupy his time, nor did he spend a shit ton of time with me because there was just so much going on that I just didn't feel right bugging him about that. I did want to play it. I really did. But I had played so many other games. I feel like I had enough information to come forward. To come forward and at least it relay how I experienced it, where I feel on certain things. Some concerns I had, especially with the controller, were addressed in me playing and using it. So no, I to make a very long story short, no. To my knowledge, I don't think anyone played Night Stalker. However, I guess I watched Saggy's, she did a live stream today talking about hers, and she said that they played cornhole, and I don't remember that. But then again, it was probably at the second event, and I was more talking with the owner, a high school alumni of mine, and I was making like little deals on the side with him. And what I mean deals is, we're town related, so to speak, and he's got a new building that they're moving into, and there's a few things that he wants to get involved in but doesn't know a lot about. So him and I are going to talk about video games and such, and if there are any events related to video games, even though it's so far away, I may be involved in any of that, and maybe you might see a few more videos down there from me. But him and I reminisced about our hometown and all that stuff. So I missed out on a lot of things. Plus, at the second event, a whole lot of kids were playing at once. I just wanted to leave it be, I'm going to try to get to the chat here as best I can. But now that people are coming in, we need to keep the topic on hand. You know what I mean? Anything related to my experience yesterday, no nonsense, no wackiness. Don't start reaching for stupid things. We're not going to talk about the fucking mask situation. I don't care about that. My personal view on the mask is if you want to wear one, wear one. If you don't want to wear one, don't fucking wear one. But make sure you're not spreading shit to other people. And the last thing I'll say about the mask thing is the owner does have a sign in the front that says you must wear a mask. But it's not mandated in the States, so you are allowed to say, I don't really want to. And then they have the option to say, well, then you can't be in here, or you can be in here. And Tommy, because he was running around talking to people, just chose not to have one. I don't know if it went any further than that. Maybe it was a political thing. You have to talk to Tommy about that. But we all wore them because they requested it because of the little children around. And it is what it is. So you want to talk about that shit, you go somewhere else and talk about it. So let me say hi to a few people here. We got Lucky Day. Hello. Oh, well, obviously, because I just read your question. Creep, so cool Tommy was there. Of course it was. Well, who was going to bring the console? I'm not picking on you, Jerome. Thank you for coming by, my friend. Did the Amico meet your expectations? The Amico actually exceeded a few of my expectations, and I'm not going to sit there and say it blew me away or it's going to break any new fucking ground, but we'll get to that. So did you ever show battle tanks? Not while I was watching. Again, second event, I kind of stayed away from the games themselves. I people watched. Moon Patrol looked great. Moon Patrol looked and played great. Cyrus, hope you're doing good, man. Really like your streams. Sounds like y'all had some great fun. It was the most fun I have had in forever. Maybe she played with the cornhole. Again, that's for you and her to talk about. You own Missile Command for Amico? If that's one of the 8, yes. How was Evel Knievel? I'm looking forward to that one. Dude, that was the surprise hit of the night, or the whole day. Everyone thought Shock. Even Tommy kept trying to push Shock on the kids, and they played it. And my daughter, I'm going to call her the older one because she's the taller one. And she is older by 20 minutes. But she played it for about an hour and a half straight. I mean, of course, people got in and she was able to pass it around. Or she did as she needed. But she absolutely loved it. And she doesn't really necessarily do that. I mean, she has a Switch. And they play like Animal Crossing on it. And once in a while, the other one wants to play Mario Kart. But they don't really do much with the Switch, to be perfectly honest with you. I have a lot more games for it than they do. Evel Knievel, we will get to when I start talking about the games. It was the hit of the night, of the day. It's so crazy fun. It's fun on silly reasons, and it got the entire place up in arms, cracking up and just having a great time. So, New World, man. If you like that style of game, hey, what's up, Max? Thanks for coming by, my friend. Jerome, Tommy's too cool. Thomas, what's up, brother? Thomas, why don't you tell everyone what you got yesterday? Good to see you. Good to see you. Grump Driver says, hello, everyone. Brian, what's up, amigos? Cyrus, we played Battle Tanks in Pennsylvania. Don't know if anyone got footage. Okay, yeah, I didn't see it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. I didn't know cornhole was being played, too, at the second place, so. How did the gamepad feel? Okay, you know what? Let me read a few more comments, and then I will just start talking about it. Is there some weight to it? You now have a whole Amico family ready for the system. I hope so, man. I hope so. Although, let me just say something. I'm sure that Tommy must have been asking this a million times. When will the release date be? He just kept saying, hopefully in the next X amount of months. I don't know if that's allowed to be said or not. Everyone's talking Q1 of this coming year, springish, but nothing official was spoken. Let's see. I'm 58. I'm 52, and I grew up with Evil Stunts. Dude, I mean, I'm not quite that old. And when I say old, I don't mean insulting. My age hasn't gotten that far yet. But I remember watching him as a little kid, man. I fucking love Evel Knievel. That's right. Thomas got a signed copy of one of his physical games, and Tommy even wrote, first Amico game ever signed. How cool is that? Jerome, we all want the Amico. Brady, what's up, Creep? How you feeling? I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling my left nut right now, actually. It's a little lower than the other one, so. Okay, so the controller. I'm sure Tommy must have been asked. Okay, we already got to that. All right, so from now on, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start talking. If I miss your question, I apologize. Ask it again later on, okay? I'll try to keep an eye on it, but once I get talking, we're going to talk about that, and that's it, okay? I'm really excited for it. It looks so cool. Nice. The controller. I was asked about this thing. Yes, I got one too. At first, I was kind of like, okay, everyone's getting these things. I'm just like, all right, it's a cool, but it's really cool. All right, so I get there. First things first. We walk in the place, they let us in. And before anything else, Tommy puts everything down, opens up a bag, and hands me a black and white controller. And he starts showing me, first he starts showing me, the testings, the calibration. And the calibration was working really well and everything. And then finally he put it in my hands. And I was legit surprised by the weight. It's kind of similar to a phone, but it doesn't feel as dense. It has enough weight to be legit, but it's not heavy at all. And here I am thinking, this thing's going to be clunky. It's going to be cumbersome. It's not going to be comfortable. But when I put it in my hand and started playing with the dial, the spin thing, I was immediately taken back by how comfortable it was to use. It wasn't spongy like I thought it was going to be. There wasn't a lot of effort to do anything. It didn't feel out of place, oddly enough. It's so weird to say that. It did not feel out of place at all. I really thought I was going to hate the controller. I thought it was going to be it's what I got to use to get the game going, And everyone has said this. When you put the controller in your hand, that's when the light shines. And you get it. It's like ding. And this thing really is about that controller. Sure, it's about the games. And I'm going to sound like everyone else in cliche, and you guys can make all the fucking memes you want. But I hate the original controller, and especially when he showed that. Remember when he first showed it? All the buttons were up on the top, and him moving it like this? That was the best thing he did. I hate shoulder buttons, but the way the controller, at least for my big hands, the way the controller worked, it was effortless. It was fucking effortless, folks. Lag. I didn't witness any lag whatsoever. I didn't feel it. I didn't see it. I didn't recognize it. The controller was as responsive as you would want it to be. It wasn't overly sensitive. It wasn't undersensitive. It was just right. It was just right. Most of the games I played, you didn't have to use the screen. When I was playing Astro Smash, of course, you swipe the screen to jet across the thing. And there are a couple of games here and there that you got to use the screen to go through menus and stuff like that. But I didn't have to use the screen too much. There was one place where you could opt to use a screen or the left button to either... It was Moon Patrol to jump. You could either hit the screen to jump or hit the left button. And fire was the right button. And if I have that reversed, someone correct me. I found it easier to use the two buttons. Oddly enough, I thought it was just going to be that one side that would have... No, fuck the screen. I just used the button once I figured out that worked. So, as far as the controller is concerned, it has a really good weight to it. It's not heavy, though. The plastic is not cheesy like I thought it was going to be. And we're going to talk about that with the control, with the console itself. But, hey, how you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. Just got home.
Okay, did you walk? Okay, where's your sister?
I don't know. So Mama picked us up.
Okay, but she did go with you?
No, Anna's still in the car last I knew.
But she came home with you. In the car.
No, we went right to the studio.
Fucking see this shit I gotta deal with this stuff? Was she in the car with you or not?
She was.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Jesus Christ. You see what I gotta deal with? Teenagers. You can't live with them, they won't fit in a fucking duffel bag. Don't you have pictures to go take in that dance?
I just got them done.
Oh, okay. No, find something else to do. Go get something to eat or something. The plastic for the controller was good quality. It wasn't cheap and cheesy like I thought it was going to be. Sorry about that, guys. In Astro Smash, you could turn on auto fire. Yes, there was a button on the screen at the top left. It was literally just like a laser dash and a thing. It's okay if you go through. Just don't bother me. That you could turn auto fire on. I don't like that with Astro Smash. I like being able to, rapid fire and all that on my own because boom, boom, boom. Just doesn't work. You know what I mean? Just doesn't work sometimes. So, but yes, that is true. You could turn on a rapid fire thing. But overall, the controller worked very well. All of this stuff when we were playing Evel Knievel, it was on point. I hate motion controls. Didn't have to do it too much for Evel Knievel. When you played the rocket ship thing, you literally just use it to tilt your thing, and then you held the button to fire it off. With the motorcycle thing, you did use that to control your front end. Kind of like in, say, Excite Bike, how when you're coming down, you have to control the pitch of your front end and all that stuff. So, yeah, overall, I'm giving the controller the highest seal of coolness. It was something I thought was going to be caca. I'm not going to lie. I've voiced my concerns on it a lot. I'm convinced. It's a winner. It's a winner chicken dinner. And for a guy who doesn't like modern controllers with all the fucking doodads and buttons, and it's right up my alley. And I think it's going to. Hopefully, this console takes off and does something, within its own market. I think it's going to be the prize of the whole thing. He even had overlays on some of them. Even those were a nice quality. They weren't... I thought they were just going to be like a cheap vinyl sticker that you can just overlay. And, of course, you were going to fuck it up with bubbles and stuff like that. No. It was like this thin plastic material that kind of locked in. Almost like... It had a texture, though. It wasn't the same as, say, like the overlays on the Intellivision controller. But it was a flimsy plastic like that wasn't, cheap. And it had little tabs that kind of rested in there. It was pretty... I was actually impressed by something as stupid as that. Just a little... There is a lot of attention to detail on a lot of it. The controller specifically. That I doubted. And my concerns are now... And it really pumped me up for when I get mine. So let me see if we can't... The controls are very important to any system. Unique feel. It is a unique feel, but it feels at home. Does that make any sense? Like, it doesn't feel like you're learning how to do something. The closest thing to learning is just figuring out the controls for the specific games while it tells you how to play them, you know? But aside from that, it felt at home. It felt at home. It was surprising to me. To me, I've always said the controller has weight and balance similar to an SNES pad. The plastic feels similar too. Yes, it just doesn't have the same texture. That's Cyrus. Very good. Very good. Cool, Grump Diver says. Thanks for answering. I saw your video at the end. Tommy dropped it. Dude, that thing was thrown at one point. Yeah, he at the end of the game, he dropped it. I didn't even see him do that. The dude with the black mask leaned down to get the thing, and I saw it was on the floor. I'm like, oh, shit. And he picked it up, dropped it again, and then tossed it on the table. And the thing didn't scratch, it didn't dent, it didn't crack, break. And here's the best part. It still functioned as needed for the next game. For the next game. All right, Lucky Day says, great to know I can play Moon Patrol with the shoulder buttons. Yeah, and I don't know, don't take this out of context. I don't know if that's how it normally was, but it just seemed, when I played around with all the buttons with every game to see what they could do. And when I realized that you can jump, it was with either the left one or the right one. But one of them you could jump. I was like, yeah, fuck touching the screen. Not that the screen wasn't responsive. It was very responsive. I do have something fun to tell you about the console itself. Something I witnessed that a lot of people have been questioning. But we'll talk about that here in a few minutes. Let me get through a few of these comments. Ross, what's up, brother? Oh, I didn't mean to scream. Sorry for the headphone users. And Acid Smash, you could turn on auto fire. Okay, yeah, we already talked about that. Ross, thanks for coming by. LOL, everyone's laughing at me and the kid. That's how we always interact. Some people get taken back by it, but it's just how we talk here in Boston. Did anyone get to play Amico with their phone via the free app? No, I don't. I think we had plenty of controllers. Come to think of it, I don't know why that wasn't even brought up. So the simple of that, Skyline, no. No one played it with the app that I can recall. Brady, are you calling it intuitive? Is that a replacement word for caca? Yeah, it's a decent controller. It's going to do what it needs to do for what it needs to do it with. So the controller was awesome. I know, Ross, right? You can say that all day long. No one's going to believe us. My favorite was the alien head cover. Dude, in my video that I'm going to be releasing here later on, which is like an overview of the whole day. It's more of a check out our experiences. I don't really talk too much in it. I mentioned that. I'm like, dude, that's fucking rad. Smash, what's up, buddy? Can't stay, but we'll catch the replay. All right, dude. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. Tommy, what's up, man? I was just gloating about your fucking controller, brother. Just gloating about it. Thomas says, Tommy. All right, so it's Tommy's show now. You guys, tell me when you're done. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, everyone, looking forward to hearing the Creep's thoughts. Jerome says, Tommy. Everyone's just saying Tommy. So far, positive. Jerome, hope the Amico is a success. Yeah, you know what? I think it can be. I think it can be a success. We need to get into a lot more hands around that marketing time and everything, my opinion. But yeah, no, the controller really, it changed my mind on a lot of things. To sum up the whole day, honestly, I thought I was going to walk away saying, meh, cool. Yeah, it did what it's supposed to do. But it converted even this meh guy. And it exceeded expectation. Okay, so since we're talking hardware, let's talk about the console itself. One of the things I thought, and it wasn't a fear or anything, it wasn't like a concern, but I thought, and you got to understand, I'm thinking brand new company trying to do something, you know? You remember how, like, the SNES and the Sega Genesis, they had different plastics. The SNES had this thick, really textured plastic, and the Sega Genesis had like a thin, almost felt a little bit more cheap, but it was a decent quality still. I really thought, looking at pictures of the console, that that's what I was going to... No, I picked it up. There's a nice weight to the console, not too heavy, not too light. I know that's going to be a theme here. Seems like someone had a lot of attention to detail on that as well. The plastic that is used for it is a big thing to me, because if it feels cheap, it's going to feel cheap. The console is solid. The console is solid. It feels like it's meant to be around for a while. It doesn't feel like a throwaway thing. I mean, even my mini Genesis that I won on Blaine's channel, even feels cheap compared to that. You know, it's not even something like that. It's a decent quality build for the machine. Now, I obviously can't tell you about the internal components because I didn't open one up, but I could tell you aesthetically and tactile, I guess you would call it. The console has a really good feel to it, and it does feel like something that will be around for a while. Thank God. But as far as the hardware is concerned, I mean, that's really all I got. The controller was awesome. The console seems very high quality, and the games were just fun. We had fun. There was only 2 games I had issue with. Only 2 games. And now that Tommy's in here, I'm glad you're in here. Missile Command, which isn't that one of the 8 games? Isn't that one of the 8 games that I already owned? Yes, it is. Missile Command kind of, and this has nothing to do with the quality of the game. Please don't take this out like that. Missile Command didn't do it for me, and I was kind of a little bit bummed out about that. And I think what it is yes, it has the wave and then the in-between and then the next wave and the in-between. It just seemed a little too short for my personal liking. And it didn't really get too chaotic too soon. Missile Command, in my opinion, needs to get balls hard within the first 3, you know, and it did get hard. And using the screen to move the reticle around took a little bit for me to get used to. I kept lifting my thumb off of it so the reticle would go, you know what I mean? I wasn't holding my thumb down on it, but once I did that, the reticle just did what it had to do and everything started working out great. And I like that it has the 3-gun turrets versus, say, the 2600 that just has the 1. And it has a really neat feature where, so you hold it kind of backwards and you use the screen to move the reticle around, and then you use the circle to fire. And if you want the center turret to fire, you press up, left, right. But if you just want an easy mode, so to speak, you just press down, and whatever's closest to where your reticle is will fire at it. So I really do like that, because once it starts popping off, that might be a real benefit. You know, just once in a while press down, or just be like me and a bitch and just press down the whole time. But there was that anxiety that I feel with Missile Command just wasn't there for me. Other people were enjoying the hell out of it. Like I said, this has nothing to do with the quality. The game played well. There was no lag on that game either, something that could have a lot of lag. And we will talk about lag here in a second, because there's one very specific thing I want to say about it. So that one, maybe I have to either get used to, or that one's just not for me. The other one I had an issue with, and that's more of a me issue, that's a knucklehead issue, was Space, God damn it, Strikers. And the game looks amazing. The depth in that game with the colors is amazing. And using the circle to move the guy around worked just fine. Those type of games my brain can't. It's a little too complicated for my brain. Grabbing the ball, whipping it around, and there's another dude trying to steal the ball from you, and it's just going all over the place, and too much shit's happening. I know more people are going to be able to do it, so the game itself, everyone was having a blast with it. But those were the only 2 negative experiences I had. Missile Command wasn't anxiety-driven to me, and my brain couldn't, maybe with some practice, Star Strikers will be in my back pocket to play as often as possible. I don't know, maybe. I know one of my girls were really interested in the game. They really liked the aspect of that. What other games did I play? I was challenged by Tommy. I guess it was a challenge. He said something about, there's like a 3-minute challenge where it's just in Astro Smash, where it's just a bombardment of shit just coming at you. Just the whole screen is just littered with it. And it was me and I think Chuck were playing that one. And to see the amount of crap going on the screen, I said to myself, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here comes some slowdown. No. Nope. I was genuinely surprised. I really thought once I started seeing those waves come down that we were going to start seeing some slowdown and artifacts and whatever you call it. No, it was flawless. Flawless. All right, so let's go back and talk to the chat here. My grandson's favorite was Astro Smash. Dude, Astro Smash for me was the highlight. That was so fun. It maintained a lot of the aspects of the original while updating it just enough not to be obnoxious. The only thing I was missing was the old school sounds. That's it. The gameplay was amazing. It was engaging. It got challenging in the right spots. That's a game I'm going to be addicted to. I can tell you right now, Astro Smash and me are probably going to move to Japan and get fucking married. Because you can marry objects in Japan, I believe. Has the user interface been finalized? I don't know. Most of the consoles were on by the time I got over there. So, with games on them, I don't know much about that tech software stuff. I saw games up on the screen, they were clicked on and they played. Although I did see this, and Tommy, I'm sorry, you said I could talk about this. You know what I did see? The eShop. I'm not going to talk about it. But I saw the eShop in action. I saw it working. There was a specific game, one that was mentioned that I said I don't remember if we played it. It was used. And it worked. It fucking worked. It worked no problem. So I guess poop to anyone who thinks that's not a thing. I don't know. But I was able to see the eShop in action, and it worked. It worked just fine. The Amico game that I'm most excited for, this is a D. It's Finnegan Fox. I feel kind of bad. Like I said, I didn't play any games at the second location. I was more about the observing. See, I didn't want to play too much, obviously, because there was a lot of people, and I wanted everyone to get their hands on it. But my goal was to watch the organic traffic and see how they reacted to it. Because I'll be honest with you, I can tell you it was exciting all day long, and whether you believe me or not, because I've been following this thing, is, whatever. But if I told you Jim Blow and his fucking kid came in the building, not even knowing it was there, they were just coming into that first shop to buy an Xbox game, and they came over and was like, "Ooh, what's this?" And they got their hands on it and were enjoying it. That's a little more testimonial. You know what I mean? I would hope that you would trust what I say. I'm not gonna bullshit you. If I didn't like the fucking thing, you guys know I would be brutally honest. Like I just said with Missile Command, I was all excited about Missile Command, and now it's kind of like, I'm going to keep trying to give it a try, but it just didn't do it for me. That's why there's a guy out there making 31 flavors. You know what I mean? So I wanted to watch more of the organic traffic. Plus, there was different people that showed up to this one that I talked to here, like Mr. Ross Murray here, and Thomas. No, Thomas, you were at the first one. Benny, my buddy Benny, who brought this and gave it to me, man. How fucking rad is that? I mean, it has no thermos, but who cares? Look how clean it is. He was like, dude, I had an extra one. I thought of you right away. And I was like, dude, you didn't have to do that. I thought he was just showing it to me. He was like, it's yours. I'm like, oh, wow. But watching other people come in that we have no idea who they are. Yeah, that was fun to watch. And I tell you this right now, anyone who got the controller in their hand genuinely enjoyed it. Whether they were just like, yeah, that's cool, or they were excited and happy. Best part about the day. This is the best part about the whole day. Tommy, I hope you're still in here. I got to witness every aspect of life play this fucking console. There was a 5-year-old there, killing it, by the way. Killing it in Evel Knievel. I think she was the only one that made it to the end of stages on this one particular, the motorcycle levels. She was killing it, and we were all, I saw a 5-year-old playing. I saw a gentleman in his 70s. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas. In his 70s, pick up the controller and just jam on Astro Smash. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Astro Smash is a hard game to play, but that's the whole point of the console. The whole point of the console is to get anybody who wants to be involved without all these complicated fucking buttons everywhere, you know? He picked it up. I guess he played the Intellivision with his son growing up, and he was excited to try this out, and he got to try it out, and I'm glad he did. I hope that you create more memories with your new Intellivision console. Because that was wonderful to see. I have a very specific picture in my next video. You're right, my pops loved it. Hasn't played a game in 40 years. Dude picked it up and it was like he was doing it yesterday. And I got to see everything in between. I got to see children. I got to see the elderly. I got to see the boomers. I got to see the Gen Xers. I got to see boys, girls, toasters, I guess, if you identify as that. I saw everyone and everything play that console, and they all walked away with a fucking smile. Every one of them. Everyone. Goal number 13. Thank you so much. Stay positive out there, Creeper. I most certainly am doing my best, my friends. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. But I got to see every aspect of life play this game. And it was amazing to see all their reactions. And again, the whole idea of it is to get people together. And it did it. It did it, obviously, because we all showed up. But it got people together. I've heard cheering. I heard all kinds of... I've never seen that much fun in a long time. Maybe because of the current pandemics and shit like that. Maybe because of that. And I don't go anywhere. But it was nice to see people actually just forgetting about bullshit. And just enjoying themselves. Having fun. Camaraderie, you know? Poking each other. I mean, Tommy played the game. Hopefully, Tommy, you enjoyed that video. 600 views already. Jesus Christ. Tommy saw I was sucking ass because I just wanted to go, you know? I know better to slow down. When I play the Atari versions, I do. I don't know. I was just so, you know, oh, I gotta play. Plus, it was at the end of the night, and we had to get the controls and everything packed up, so I just wanted to do it quick. But Tommy was like, okay, kid. You want to see someone play? You want to see someone play Moon Patrol? And he smashed it. And then threw the controller, and that didn't smash. But we all had a good time. We had a great time picking on each other. Dude, Lucky Day, thank you so much. Awesome to hear about your Amico experience. Well, I appreciate you coming to listen to it, you know? 3 videos today? And I have one more coming? Maybe I'll save that one for tomorrow. The one that's coming tomorrow now is literally everything I filmed just put into a compilation. I don't really talk too much in it. It's just, you know, hey, we're having a good time. Hey, watch these people. I could tell you with my own family's experience. Let me live in the moment. What's up, AC? Glad you had a great time playing Evel Knievel. Such a fun game. Hey, Benny. We were just talking about you, man. I was thanking you for the lunchbox. I don't know if you guys know this, but whenever I get something new that I hold dear, I'll leave it right here on the stool next to me. And it'll stay there so I can stare at it while I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing over here. And eventually it will go on display or become use in whatever. So that lunchbox is going to be right here for a little bit. And I'm going to brag about owning it now. Because it's a wonderful piece. And I enjoy having it. And I enjoy having friends like you. Not because you give me shit, but you gave me something. Out of nowhere. You're just like, hey, I saw this and thought of you. I had an extra one. Here you go, brother. And I try to do that whenever I can as well. All right, CT. What's up, Creep? Love the coverage. Thank you. Do you think Intellivision will release another collector physical 8-pack before 2022? If so, what 8 games do you think? I have no idea. Tommy's in the room. Maybe he can answer that question. What other games? I'm trying to think what would be in there. I mean, I obviously, like, let's see. I know Rigid Force. What do we have already? We have Biplanes. That was played, too, a lot. I didn't get my hands on that. But that's because I was afraid of it. I've never played the original, so I know nothing about it. Brain Duel, Dino Blaster. Dino Blaster, yeah. Evel Knievel, Fox. I wish I had played that. I didn't play it. Missile Command, Moon Patrol. Yeah. Okay, so if there were another pack to go out, I mean, obviously, it would have to have the tank game. It would definitely have to have that one that I just couldn't get because my brain is stupid. I have bad brains. And I always forget the name. Space Strikers. I don't know. I don't know what they have in the works. Hopefully another Atari title that they're working on. You know? I honestly don't know what's in the works. I didn't ask Tommy questions like that. It was about experiencing the console. That's it. Let's see. Dee's asking Tommy questions, so I'll leave that be. Let's see. What does Skyline say? With the original television, it took a long time for most games to go from super easy to super hard. Do the Amico games also need a lot of time to get hot? Not Astro Smash. Not Astro Smash. Your first level is kind of like a handout. It's like, here you go, buddy. Once you figure out the controls, they're pretty simple, but here you go. Get your bearings. And then once the second level comes up, it slowly amps up at the right pace, in my opinion. Third one, even harder. I don't think I got past the fourth. I don't think I got past fourth level, even with, like, say, Devastating Just Cause playing to my left, working together. It does get hard. But I'm sure there are ways to make it not so hard. I mean, that's the idea of the console, too. Anyone can play and, whatever. But it was easy to pick up and play, hard to master. I'm trying to think of any other games that got hard quickly. Moon Patrol was hard to begin with. Moon Patrol, I don't care how you make it. The dynamics of Moon Patrol is just a hard game. It's an interesting way to do it. Fast, slow, up, shoot, down, shoot. Only one shot comes out the front, so you can't rapid fire. And but no, I don't recall anything taking too much time to get hard. You know what I mean? And when I say hard, I mean challenging, a little bit more challenge. The challenge was nice and steady. It was nice and steady. All right, let's see. Dan Whale says, at Tommy, I didn't get to ask you yesterday the range of controllers, how far away. Oh, yeah, you know what? I never tested anything like that. See, I'm not a tech guy. I just wanted to play the damn thing. Hey, Tommy, bring him to Michigan. Yeah. A lot of people wanted to come to the South, too. Mr. Ben Silver Pong Show says, hey, Chris, is the Atari lunchbox going up on the shelf behind you? So you can, maybe, it might actually become part of the background. I move things around in here too. I definitely want it on my actual Atari shelf for now in the living room after I get used to it being here. I actually thought about using it to transport my snake when we go out. You know, so once in a while he'll go out with me when it's nice out. He's not quite big enough to go around my shoulders. But that would mean I'd have to punch holes in it. So he's not going to be a snake. Because how cool would it be to see a fat guy with a gray beard walking around with an Atari lunchbox and you're like, hey, what's in there? Your lunch? You're like, no, it's a snake. And they're like, bullshit. And you pull out the snake and they go, wah! Pussies. But yeah, it could end up back there. I don't know. I'm very impulsive that way. Very, very, very impulsive that way. Okay, so everything's jumping around on me, so I'm probably going to miss a lot of questions here. Live in the Moment says, does it have the thermos? Because that was the shit. No, I don't have the thermos, but I'm not worried about that. I'll find one, I'm sure. Cloudy Mountain, I hope. Yeah, Ross. That would be awesome. Night Stalker. Everyone kept asking about Night Stalker, and I just didn't think to ask about playing it. Tommy says, yo, Dan. It's Bluetooth, so you just as far. Okay, cool. At least 20 feet. Maybe Snafu, Pong. Pong would be awesome, just doing this. You know what I mean? Although I'd probably smash myself in the face with the damn thing. Live in a Moment says, AC representing Boston big time. I guess. I'm from the area and I was playing. Thank you. Thank you for the enthusiasm. Enthusiasms. What movie's that from? Someone tell me in the comments what movie that's from. CT says, thank you, Creep. You are very welcome. Live in a Moment says, greetings. Int CEO. Oh, okay, Intellivision CEO. See, I'm not the smartest guy. All right, so Tommy is saying no more physical media before the release of the console, which would make sense anyway. But yeah, we'll probably be doing things like Space Striker, Flying Tigers, yes! Oh my god, I forgot about that. Breakout, Cloudy Mountain, Night Stalker, Battle Tanks, and more. But wait, there's more. Here's another one if you could tell me what it is. If you act now, we'll throw in a glow stick for fucking free, kid. That's one of my favorite Halloween videos of all time. B-52 Bomber 2 is a while off. Mr. Bill Fisher from Intellivision, one of those games they had to get perfect. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but do you have a prenup? What? A prenup the packs to play on the console? Brady, I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. Do you have to prenup the packs to play on the console? I don't. You know what? I don't know what you're asking. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I asked Tommy. Would enjoy your take. Do you see Finnegan Fox as being Amico's Mario? Lots of potential, I think. Lots of Finnegan Fox 2 in the future. Finnegan Fox, and again, I'll go back to saying this. I felt like I should have played it. I should have played it. But again, at the second event, I wanted to people watch, you know? I wanted to watch the excitement of others or any disappointment so I can also report on that. Unfortunately, I didn't see any of that. Or I guess fortunately. I would like to have had a little bit more balance here, but it was all positive yesterday. It was all good. There was no drama. I heard a hater showed up to one of the events. I wish I was told that. I would have hung out with them, pretending to not know, you know? No, I wouldn't have caused problems. I would have just fucked around with them, you know? I get in a big-ass hurry in Moon Patrol. I do too. I don't know why. It's stupid. CT says, okay, thank you, Tommy. Tommy says, D, I hope so. But nothing can be compared to Mario. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching others playing the Finnegan Fox game. It looked great. Let me tell you something, guys. And I know this is nothing you don't know. It's a fucking platformer. You need a very specific kind of functional controller to play a platformer. And nobody was struggling aside from skill level in the game. The controller was doing its thing. This little thing here, I thought was going to be caca. Turned out to be one of my favorite parts of the day. Not this literal one. I didn't pop this off a machine. I smiled as soon as he put that black and white controller in my hand, Tommy, and I really didn't think it was going to be that good. I really didn't. And everyone's right. It's the controller. When you put that in your hands and you start using it, you get it. It's not going to change the world. It's not anything mind-blowing on that sense. But it puts it all in. It's like you have that puzzle. It's the final couple pieces to make the puzzle look complete. And putting that in your hands, firing up the console, and using it. It was very responsive. It was flawless. It was flawless. And here's the best part. The first event was what? It was from noon to 3 or something like that. I got there at like 10:30. We were let in somewhere around, I don't know, quarter of 11, 11 o'clock. And we were playing right away. I wanted to get a lot of my playing in before the crowd showed up again to give them, you know. That console went nonstop until after 3 o'clock, and the controllers still had some charge to them. Not a lot, but you figure from 11 o'clock, we'll just say 11, to shortly after 3 o'clock, they were going nonstop. Nonstop. It wasn't even like people were putting them down and they got the rest. The controllers were in somebody's mitts at all fucking times. They didn't lag. Their battery didn't wear out. It didn't cause any glitches, no issues, no nothing. The controller. It's the fucking controller. Like everyone is saying. It's sexy. I really wanted to bring one home just to fidget with. I really did like it that much in my hands. It sounds stupid. I know. Go ahead and make memes about it. AmigoGames.com. Fuck you. Okay, let's see. Ben says, I'm just kidding. Okay, so you must be talking about something else or with somebody else. I don't know. Moon Patrol will probably be the #1 box edition I will tap. Yeah. I don't know what mine will be. I don't know what mine will be. Oh my God, almost scored 50,000 in the 2600 Missile Command just now. Dude, that's awesome. That's a Missile Command is one of those games where it's, the anxiety is right up there. Especially now that I know I don't need to use the screen to jump. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be the case. Tommy, maybe you can elaborate. I was telling them earlier about how when I was playing Moon Patrol, I hit the left shoulder button and it just happened to jump. So I opted for that instead of the screen. Or it was either opposite. I don't know which one was shoot. I think shoot was right, jump was left. And it was easier for me to do that. So if that's typical of what the game's going to be like when it finally comes out, well, the game's out, but you know what I mean. At launch, please chime in and let me know. But yeah, it made it so much easier for me anyway. Not that I did very well at first. Any words on games from a Magic? That's a good question. When's Demon Attack coming, Tommy? I'm just kidding. Okay, we already talked about that. Moon Patrol. Jerome says, oh my God, I almost scored. Okay, we already did that, especially knowing that the buttons. Ben says, it was definitely priceless to meet you in person and talk to you and your family while playing the Amico together. And you know what, guys? Ben and I, and a few other people, we didn't just talk video games either. We're talking horror movies. That was awesome. Yeah, Creep, the controllers look very slick and seem responsive, yet solid and durable. They're very durable. They don't feel like heavy and clunky, like boom. Moon Patrol will use the button or the screen to jump. Okay, so there it is confirmed. There it is confirmed. It wasn't a one-off thing that I was doing. Good. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that, bud. Tom definitely did knock it out in Moon Patrol. Well, I mean, the guy's he's got the console at his beck and call at all times, so somebody most certainly has some practice. So wait till I get the fucking thing in my hands, and I guarantee you, Tommy, I'm still not going to do as well. Tommy definitely did. Okay, yeah. Hopefully most of the games will be playable without the screen as an action. You know what? There are some games where it's probably beneficial, like in Astro Smash, using the screen in some way. But I can't tell you. I have no idea. Patrick Smith, I noticed TT uses the screen to jump in the demo. I feel like I picked up a trick already. Well, that's how he thank you, Patrick. I didn't see you in earlier. If you just came in, welcome. Thank you. That's how he actually instructed me to play. He's like, use the screen to jump and the button to fire. And of course the disc to slow down and speed up. I just fidgeted with the controller to see what else would happen, I was actually trying to hack into the mainframe and, steal all the technology secrets hidden in. You guys didn't know this, but Tommy actually does his research at Area 51. That's why that alien controller was there. It wasn't supposed to be. He fucked up. Right about that, motherfuckers. All right. I'm taking a week off of work when I get my Founders Edition. I'm serious, though. CT, man. Hey, you do you, my friend. You do you. I loved Lock and Chase for the Intellivision. Dude, I've always said Lock and Chase. I know, I think it was originally just an Intellivision game. And then they ported it over to Atari. Or they just did them together. I grew up obviously playing the Atari version, and I absolutely love it. I always looked at the Intellivision version of like the enhanced part 2 to it, even though I know it's not. But they're so different. The gameplay itself is the same, but they're so different. I've always looked at the Atari one as Lock and Chase, and the Intellivision port as Lock and Chase 2, the enhanced version, Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to tell you something about my Founders Edition. Going back to, I just thought I was going to walk away saying, man, okay, it does what it's supposed to do. I'm happy. When I get my Founders Edition, because it's got all the signatures and all that stuff, I was literally going to pull it out, play some games once in a while, and put it back in the box. And, fucker's going to be on the... Especially now, validating it through the kids and my lady. It's going to stay on that TV back there. I know you can't see it. I'm still going to point at it, though. It's a 346-inch TV. Just trust me. But I think it's going to stay out there. Someone told me my daughter said she liked it better than our Switch. And I can tell you, I bet you I know which one said that. And she plays the Switch quite a bit. I mean, like I said, she just basically plays like Animal Crossing and stuff like that. And I don't really consider that playing a game. I call that like a leisurely activity using a video game system. Moving to the big guns, guys. Moving to the big guns. Okay, Jerome, love the 2600 version too. Yeah, it's watered down, but I like it a lot. Brady Goat says, Creep, you have 33 in here. Amico hate, be damned. Okay. If they stay on topic and they ask legit questions and will accept my answer, I'm fine with them. But if they're going to come in and talk stupid shit about face masks and you know, you feel like you're an idiot for spending that kind of money or whatever, that's nonsense. I'll ignore it. I mean, I don't have any like admins that could block people and delete their comments and shit. Not that I would ever really, you know, I'm too lazy for that. Let's see. Lucky Day has a question for Tommy. Will I be able to delete the 2-pack games and I don't want on my Amico? Oh! The 2-packing games. That's a good question. If you don't want a couple of the packing games, can you get rid of them to save space? Very good question, Lucky Day. Fun fact, Lock and Chase was an arcade game by Data East and licensed to Mattel. I thought it was an arcade game, but I've never seen the machine, so I didn't want to speak out of, you know. Very cool. Thank you for that. I really appreciate you chiming in and educating us. That's great. The Atari Greaser. Wow. You know what? My dad was a greaser growing up, and I wanted to be one growing up. That's where all these tattoos came from. Hot rod scenes, you know. I want a shiny stainless steel looking Amico. That would fucking be rad. Finding a plant that would stamp out Amico. Oh my God. And welcome Atari Greaser. That's a new name to me. Thank you. Patrick Smith is saying, I think the key to these future retro reimagined titles for the Amico, just a suggestion, is to get some of these homebrew teams that have knocked it out of the park. They seem to love in television. Yes. 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 Papa Pete, the old guy gamer. Hey, Creep. I'm glad that you got to go yesterday. Oh, man, I am too. You have no idea. No idea. I'm glad you're in here, man. I heard rumors of you maybe trying to drive down. I was bummed out when you didn't show up, but that's okay. That's all right. I'll come kidnap you. You can delete whatever you'd like, Tommy says. So confirmed. Confirmed. No swear gamer in the house. Hey, Creep. Glad you and the family had a great time yesterday. Dude, we had a really great time. A really great time. A lot of my concerns were addressed yesterday. And it's looking good, my friend. It's looking good. You know, you and I could talk privately later if you'd like. Yeah, it's looking great, my friend. Television John, loved seeing the live streams yesterday from Saggy. I wanted to address that too. Felt like it was with you all. Yeah. Great to see the reactions, especially the kids playing Amico. When we first got to the second location, the 4 children that were there at the time leaped all over it and were playing Shock. And the enthusiasm and excitement coming out of them was so fun. I wish I had time to grab my, I think someone even said that, dude, get this on camera. And I tried. I'm like, oh my God, that's right, I was just so, I felt bad. Let's see, live streams yesterday. I tried the live stream and my phone, the app would not connect. The app just would not fucking connect. I tried over and over again. I was pretty much going to do the same thing that Saggy Melons. That's such a fucking funny name, Saggy Melons. You know what? She's a good kid. Before I got to meet her, I heard a lot of things, And then people were asking me about her, and I thought there was something going on, I reached out to her and said, do we have beef that I don't know about? And she's like, no. Who the fuck are we, She's a good kid. I like her. She's nice. Fucked up name. It's funny. My kind of humor. But yeah, it was great. So yeah, I try to I tried to stream, but it didn't happen. If you delete the packing games, can you re-download them later? That's a fucking great question, Tommy. Evel Knievel question. Were there stages that simulated actual 70s locations? The only ones I saw was like Vegas, I think. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't play it that much. I played the rocket ship quite a bit. That was fun. Lawn darts without the ER visits is basically what I'm calling it. That was like really fun. Really fun. And it took the show yesterday at both events. Evel Knievel was the king of the mountain. And I played the motorcycle. Apparently it was on hard mode too. It was on hard mode. And I keep jumping over this helicopter, and I kept going in the helicopter and bouncing off of it. And then I would go into a barrel. First of all, the mechanics of the ragdoll mechanics of Evel Knievel himself, fucking flapping around, is more than enough to crack you up. But then I fell into a barrel of burning oil and caught fire, and then the bike came and fell on top of me. Guys, it's the stupid little things like that that make things fun. People are too serious today. Too fucking serious. Watching a cartoon guy flopping around in the sky and then catching on fire. It was funny. It was funny. It was great. Retro Advisory Board had so much fun playing with you, and your little one, man. Your little one was such a delight. Such a delight. I'm glad to have met both of you. Yes, all the locations of Evel Knievel's, real ones, he did. Yeah, I would hope so. Again, I didn't want to speak out. I would hope so. God bless Saggy. She keeps it nice and real on her streams. I watched her stream today, and it was a lot of her just yelling at people. I'm like, oh my God. I thought she was going to talk about her experience. Instead, she was yelling at people, telling Lucky Day, I know who you are. I don't even know who Lucky Day is. And you know what? It's all right. It's fine with me. Retro Advisory says, affirmative, New World, Snake River Canyon, Vegas, Chicago. Oh, I could go for a Chicago dog right now and a nice Italian beef sandwich with both sweet and hot peppers. Extra wet? No. An Italian beef sausage combo like that. Yes, I hope Evil Part Deuce makes... Okay, cool. I want to see at the No Swear Gamer and the Atari Creep play a competitive game together in person. Oh, damn. And fuck. You know what? If it was on his channel, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. No Swear Gamer, he's a good buddy of mine. Him and I may differ on the Amico itself. And that's all right. 31 flavors, whatever. As long as he's respectable about it, nothing will ever change. Or any of you. As long as you're respectable with your concerns, and if they get answered, you just either accept it or say, okay, it's still not for me. I'm fine with that. No Swear Gamer played a game of... What the fuck is it called? You Sank My Battleship. With Willie of Arcade USA live once. And they both had their setup and everything at their own... I would love to do something, especially with him or Willie or anybody, really. I would really like to get more interactive with my channel. Hence why I've made a few changes lately. Whether they're good or not, we could talk about that later. I can get rid of that join button if you guys really don't want it. It's really there just to keep the Battleship. Yes, that's what it was. To keep the interaction to a minimum for people who absolutely want to do it. Because I have a box over here that I'm filling up slowly to get ready for doing a junk box privately with members or whatever the fuck. But if that's not something anyone's interested in, that's fine. That's fine. I'll get rid of it. It's not really about the cash. I don't even know what I set it at. I just saw popular next to it and I clicked on it. I think it's actually highlighted, so I just left it at that, thinking that's what everyone does, you know? I don't know. I've never joined anyone's channel, mainly because I'm broke. You know what? It's funny. I barely even had the money to get gas to go down to play the game yesterday. I sold my... Okay, all right, I sold my prize Les Paul on Reverb to have money for yesterday and, get some groceries and shit like that. Fuck it. All the cats are out of the bag. I might as well be as personal as possible, right? The new Howard Stern without being funny. So I sold my Les Paul. I sold my fucking Les Paul. The only like legit guitar I have. I mean, all my guitars are great because I know how to make every guitar play great. I'd like to be your tech, Tommy. That was the only one of like legit value I had. So it was going to solve a couple problems. And I sold the fucking thing. It was the first thing I threw down on Reverb. And because of that, it has to be delivered before they'll release the fucking money. I still haven't gotten it yet. So not only did I sell one of my prized possessions to get some food and have a good time with everyone down there, I would have helped pay for the fucking pizza and everything that was. And, thank you to everyone who brought. I don't know exactly who got it. I just know DJC brought it in or Chuck brought it in. So whoever was involved in that, thank you. And I will eventually try to PayPal you a few bucks because my girls don't eat a lot of things. I didn't know about this until the ride home, by the way. This is the group of people I'm dealing with, okay? All the pizzas were pepperoni except for Tommy's. He had a separate lucky day. Thank you, my man. My first member. What is it set at, dude? Let me know. Let me know. And let me know if that's appropriate or not. I'll try to change it. I'm so stupid. Not planning to right now. But never say never. Right on, dude. Right on. What was I saying? And they were all pepperoni except for Tommy's, which of course was a vegetable because he's a vegan, I believe, right, Tommy? Or are you just a vegetarian? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure you said you were vegan. I had a roommate that was a vegan. She was a nightmare. Oh, $4.99? Is that good? You tell me. I mean, obviously you paid it, but it might have been a sympathy paycheck, It's good? Okay. All right. I just don't want to seem like I'm... All right. I'll explain later. But my girls, they don't really eat anything but, like, say, cheese pizza. They don't really have much of a palate. They're boring. For Italians, they're fucking boring, right? So somebody saw them peeling the pepperonis off and giving them to me. So they went out and got a fucking cheese pizza for just my girls and my lady. So these are the people I was hanging out with yesterday. Just amazing people. But yeah, so I sell my fucking Les Paul, my pride and joy. And I still haven't seen a dime from it. And it was supposed to be for yesterday and a few other things that needed to happen. So it's like everything compiling up is crazy. So, it is what it is. My truck's fucking broke down. I can't use that right now. It's like everything compiling all at once. And I almost didn't get to play the fucking Amico because things were falling through. It's been a rough couple of months here, but it is what it is. So, Lucky, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. More times than not, anything that goes into my little account here goes to the Alzheimer's Association anyway. Actually, no. The first $100 I ever pulled out of it, which took forever to get, was my down payment for my Amico. So my AdSense paid for my my slot in my Founders Edition. So it took forever to get that $100. I don't make any money on this thing, and I don't expect to. I don't plan to. Nor do I ever really care to get big enough to make a living off of this because I don't know if I can handle that. I could barely forget half of you fucks. But, dude, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, Lucky Day. Is there anything else you guys want me to talk about? I don't really know if there's anything I missed. We've talked about 3 bajillion things. 33 people watching. Wow. God damn. So... I do want to thank Tommy, since he's in here, for yesterday. Yesterday was amazing. I got to experience things I haven't experienced in a long time. It sounds stupid. I know it sounds stupid, that little piece of plastic, but I got to see camaraderie. I got to see, what do you call it there? Not just camaraderie. When you're fucking playing with each other, you're like, yeah, fuck you. I don't know. I forget the word for it. Because I'm unbright. I saw a lot of laughter and a lot of fun, and a lot of people just enjoying themselves, and again, forgetting about the world, forgetting about, did Tommy ever say when we can play, I'll pay the balance? That's just when it releases. They're going to send you, I know this answer, they're going to send you out an email. I think camaraderie is the exact word I was thinking of anyway. Retro advisory. Thank you. Banter. Yeah, there was a lot of banter. But correct me if I'm wrong, Tommy, but I'm pretty sure once they're ready to launch, anyone who pre-ordered is going to get a message saying, okay, now's the time. Give us your money plus shipping, and we'll throw your console out to you. Founders, of course, hopefully first. But I'll just be grateful when it shows up. I really will be. I'm not really... It's still going to be cool to be one of the first people to open up my box, but it's not about that anyway, especially now that I got to experience it for myself. And when I keep saying I experienced it, I don't just mean playing it. Because like I said, I only played it for the first half of the first event. And that's it. That's it. And then a couple of little things like the challenge, that 3-minute challenge that Tommy set me up with on Astro Smash. I can't believe I didn't say Astro Blast once. Not once today. Watch, I'll do it now though, right? But the experience was more than just playing the game. It was the fellowship. We supped together. We had food together. And most of the world's most important decisions are made over a meal. There's something to be said about having a meal with each other, even if it's just pizza. And everyone coming together for a bond. That one hater walked away happy, you know. You had the owner of the first joint, never even heard of the thing. Played it and was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And it was explained to him that a lot of people hate it. And he was like, why? Look at it. I think the world needs something like this. He legit said not those exact words. I'm not saying verbatim. But he said, this is something that we need right now. And I agree. One of the first conversations I ever had with Tommy was over the phone. It's when I found out that Charades game and Evel Knievel were in fact mobile games. People were like, Creep, did you find out that these are actually mobile games? He said, no, you know. So rather than popping off, you know, like a stand-up guy, I messaged him and say, okay, so what is the story with this? What is the story with the whole, you know? And he said, give me your number and I'll call you. I mean, he called me from a private number, which is fine with me because he didn't know me from Adam. And we talked about it at length, you know, for about an hour or so. And I made my video thereafter. So if you want to go look at that video, it's there for you to watch. But we also discussed, because it was early. It was like literally right when the pandemic was becoming serious. I think it was in March of that year. It was just before my mom got sick, as a matter of fact. Zeno, Q, thank you so much. Guys, only hit that button if you legitimately want to, though. Don't do it just because, you know, anything I've said or whatever. If you legitimately wanna do stuff like this with me, you know, the junk box and all that, please, you know, by all means. But don't do it just like a sympathy thing. I'm cool either way. I'll get rid of it if no one really wants it, you know. But thank you to the two of you who are members. I'm gonna have to start writing thanks to my members on videos now. It's fucking awesome. But we were talking about, you know, now that everything's shutting down, I'm like literally like nothing was going on. Maybe we can come out of this with some humility and humanity. And I made a video a few months later talking about maybe Amico's what we need. And I don't mean actually Amico itself. The idea of what Amico and what I saw yesterday gave me hope. Gave me a little bit of hope for the world. And for not necessarily people in general. I'm not trying to get all philosophical on you and everything, but I saw something really good yesterday out of something that's been drugged through the mud, treated like a fucking piece of dung. And, you know, I had my doubts here and there, but I walked out of there with all my doubts taken away. And that's all I can really say about the console. It's got a real good quality build. The games were fun. And I proved that maybe not all games are for everybody, but they were all fun. And everybody in every age group had fun. Every age group possible. 5 to in their 70s. And going back to what Tom and I were talking about with hopefully we can come out of this with humility and humanity, doesn't look like it's happening. In fact, it looks like it's it's teetering in the opposite direction now. Whether it's a political thing or whether it's a personal thing or whether it's a financial thing that's going on right now, whatever the case may be, maybe a little something like the Amico, whether it be the Amico itself or something that gets you together, anything that can get people together to enjoy each other's company. Again, it's not about the games. It's not about the games. It's about us. It's about human beings being human beings to each other. I've seen in my lifetime mankind being the most inhumane to each other. I've seen some of the worst out of everybody. I have dealt with people who have put little people in ovens. I have seen the worst of the worst. So all this Amico drama is nothing. But I saw yesterday that there is still a glimmer of hope out there, as little as it is. I don't want to sound silly and stupid, but what I saw yesterday alone sparked something in me. I mean, it was a good time. A lot of people doing, their own thing, having fun. I met a lot of new people, a lot of folks that I've talked to on here. It's not about the stuff. It's not about the games. Those are the catalyst. Those are the lighter lighting the fuse. Did you witness any Amico hate at the event beyond someone just not liking it? I didn't witness anything like that. Not even people not liking it. No swear gamer. Ross, thank you, man. Oh my God, I almost missed that. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through the comments now. Thank you. The Creep Collective. You like that? You are all my children now. Panda, what's up, brother? Atari Creep. Real pleasure to finally meet you. Been watching you forever. Thank you, man. Wild to meet you in person. The Amico has allowed me to meet such great people. And yeah, it's a great vehicle right now. And hopefully, brother in arms, keep on creeping. What is that? Top Loaded Rat Boy. That's another new name. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate that. And thank you for the kind sentiments. You also go on to say, do you think it will be an easy sell at Target, Walmart, if there are demo kiosks? If there are demo kiosks, yes. I think it will be. I think it will. I think it will find its audience. I think it will find its niche. But that really belongs in Tommy's marketing and advertisement departments and the people that have to put it out there in the right places, whether it be advertisement and certain magazines, TV, through mailers, whatever it is they're planning on doing. I do know of one, I think, that's supposed to be kind of a big deal. I can't say much about it. At least I don't think he's announced it yet. But, the right places and timing, of course, is going to be the right thing here. But I do believe if people can get their hands on it, it'll be a little bit more than just like an impulse buy. When it first started coming out, even my buddy Justin, who I don't know if he's still in here or not, but he's the owner of Atari.io, amazing forum. Tommy's got to go, but wanted to say it was great meeting you and your family. I'm so glad you enjoyed it so much. Tommy, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you being who you are. And I don't envy, I've said it 100 times, I don't envy your position. But I'm glad you stick with it. I really do. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for envisioning what we all got to experience yesterday. God damn it, Tommy. Thank you, man. $50. Holy shit. Next time I meet you, I got to rub one out for you now. So, be ready to want to marry me afterwards. I'm just kidding. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I am feeling more creepy, too. Dude, that image, that TV screen thing has been on my phone forever. And I've had no... I'm sorry, no, it's on the laptop. And I've had no use for it. I made it. I don't remember where I made it. Oh, you know what it was? It was a filter on one of the apps. It was a filter on one of the apps. And I was like, that would look cool. So I did a screenshot of it. And I haven't used it for anything. And now it's found its place. I really love that one. But You're a stand-up guy, Tommy. Yes, 10-4 to that. 10-4 to that. Oh, one thing I didn't mention. This is the last thing we'll talk about because I do have to go. I'm fucking starving, guys. We can do this again more if I missed anything. Tommy's passion. You can watch this shit on camera, him, doing his thing. But when you actually interact with him in person and you look into his eyes while he's talking and you see his hand movements, I know this all sounds crazy, but it's important in my world. It was when I was working in corrections. You legit see the passion in his speech. You hear it in his speech. You see it in his eyes. He is legit excited to fucking show you this stuff. He's not just sitting there saying, hey, come look at this thing I want you to spend money on so I can buy a third Ferrari or however many he doesn't have. He is legitimately excited about this. Watch that video I put up of him playing Moon Patrol. Some people try to say he's being cocky. No, he's being a gamer. He's having a good time with something that he has passion with. And those are the people I'm attracted to. Passion for his project. Guys, thank you all so much for coming in here. God damn, at one point we had, 33? We have 29 now. I want to thank everyone who became a member today. I'll have to start writing these things down so I can thank people. The super chats are amazing. Thank you, guys. You don't have to do that. I do appreciate it, though, and it helps out a lot. It helps out. That's why I leave it up there. I'm not asking for anything. But if people would like to do that, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be like, oh, I forgot to turn it off, like some people. No, I have it up there for a reason. But I do appreciate it. I do. Go eat and enjoy, Ross says. I don't even know what I'm going to eat. I'm hoping to get some McRibs tonight. I don't know. Let's see. What did No Swear Gamer say? I don't know what these letters are. Nick Richards mentioned in an interview that they might put playable kiosks in stores. He may have mentioned Walmart. That would be smart. Very cool. Very cool. CT says, thank you, Creep, for your time, thoughts, and talents. I appreciate that. You're a stand-up guy too, Creep. See you later. Is it Xenox? Am I saying that correctly? Xeno, I mean Xeno Q. If that's a reference to something, I apologize. I don't know about it. But McRibs with extra onions. I don't do the extra onions, but where the fuck were you yesterday, man? Where were you yesterday? I kept sending you hints. Tommy the Vegan just gave $50 to McDonald's. Well, I had to be able to extract it first, and that doesn't happen until a certain amount is in my account. And my channel's so small, I don't make anything, really. I make pennies. You got my name right. Cool. Xeno Q. Cool. All right, everybody, thank you. Yeah, everyone, just keep it real. That's all you got to do in life. Just keep it real, Maybe we talk a little less about things that we hate and we just talk about more things that we like, and don't be, go get a McRib, dude. Go get a McRib. Home. I got gout. Oh, that sucks, dude. I don't know if that smiley thing is you being funny, but that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll talk later. Maybe I'll scrape the feet. McRib now. Yeah, McRibs are awesome. All right, guys, I got to say goodnight. I don't think that there's any real meat in a McRib. I don't care. Oh, I don't care. I know that's one of those meals that you pray after you eat. But when they're in town, dude, I gorge on them. I love them. I still want a coffee with you down the road. Yeah, dude, anytime. Anytime that either one of us are available, let's make it happen. It was really nice to meet you. It was really nice to meet everybody, really. It may not be real, but it's tasty. It may not be real, but it's real tasty. All right, guys, I do have to get going. If you guys think of anything I didn't address, of course we can do a part 2. But look forward to more videos. I got more footage on here, but it's going to be more relaying experiences and not so much talky. So thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, everybody who joined. Thank you, everyone with the super chats. And I know he's not in here, but Tommy, thank you. And until next time, I hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Creep it real.